Hopefully you can see something. I don't know. Let's see. But I have to change all the, well, not changing the blades, but I'm going to take them all off and sharpen them. I had not only a lot of wet lawns, which some people don't think that wet lawns do anything to your blades, but my mom taught me differently when I was a kid, so I always have a tendency to believe her over strangers. I'm a pretty strong guy, and that's pretty freaking tight. Who put that on there anyway? Oh my gosh. For the love of Pearl. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to grab a breaker bar. Or a pipe, I mean. Yeah. Holy shnikes. That baby's taut. Stick a little bit of this here muscle on there. And it's like easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now I already had the first one off when I started the video. I wasn't planning on doing a video. And then partway through I said, screw it. Just do one real quick, you know. So anyway, with all the wet lawns, and there's this other place over in Hurley, and it's got quite a few pine cones. I don't know, does anybody else have issues with pine cones? I know I do. Jeez. I think they just dull up blade real fast. They got one place in Freeman that has quite a bit of pine cones, and one place in Hurley that's got a bunch of pine cones and evergreen stuff and whatever, whatnot. But also this week when I was over there in Hurley, there was mowing going along, blah, blah, blah. So here's the problem with people that, not the people, but just the idea behind bi-weekly mowing, okay, instead of mowing every week. People think, oh, I'm saving money, blah, blah, I'm going to mow every other week. Well, honestly, you should get charged a lot more for it if you're going to go bi-weekly. So say if you're getting your lawn mowed every week and it's, let's do a random number, say it's $40 for a lawn mowing, right? If you're going every other week, it should probably be at least $60, because, now hear me out before you get all crazy, $6 for $4. Yeah. With the rain and the sun and everything just growing like crazy, that lawn, that $40 lawn that you could get in there, get it done, do all the work, blah, 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 has now taken you probably twice as long to actually mow it. So technically it should be like a double charge. So as the customer's getting a good deal, the company owner is kind of getting the shaft, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, so here's what happened. I'm over there doing a bi-weekly mowing job, which is fine. I'm not complaining. And going along, and all of a sudden, kabam! And it stopped my blade. My motor bogged down. I was like, what in the heck was that? I hit something. Well, the grass was tall. And there's really tall dandelions too, right? Another thing with biweekly, dandelions get way out of control. Your weed deal gets wicked out of control. So anyhow, I hit a cable that wasn't there last time I mowed. Don't know where it came from, whatever. But I hit a cable and it got all wrapped up in my freaking blade and spindle and everything. And that was so fun to crawl underneath that baby. And here I am. I'm in a hurry too, you know. Like I wasn't hurrying, but I knew I was pressed for time. So I was planning on everything going right. You know, and usually when you're doing that, planning on everything going right, something has to happen, you know, because not only did I have arm wrestling practice, but I knew the next day I needed to get over and do a tree removal job over in a cemetery, right? Which, that's fine. Well, here's the thing. I also had to do a driveway. I was pouring some gravel for their driveway, right? Which is cool. Hold on a sec. Okay, so where did I leave off? Had a tree trimming job, or tree removal job at the cemetery. And I also but I was planning on doing a gravel driveway on Tuesday, right? Morning. And, well, I needed, long story short, yada, yada, yada. I ended up putting myself in a pickle because I hit a stupid cable. And that sucked. And I know because I got under here to get it out because it was totally wrapped up and everything, which was so awesome. Not. But I knew that it had done some damage to one blade for sure, if not two, you know. I don't think three, but one for sure. Possibly another. Mix that with all the pine cone stuff I ran over at those couple of lawns. Long story short, blades need to be taken off and sharpened, which I will do. And I suppose I could walk you guys through it too. Hopefully you're not looking right up my nose. That would be embarrassing. What if I had a booger hanging out there? Gross. Anyway, I think it's important that you clean your decks out. So here's the thing, like manufacturing, like the decks underneath here and the blades and everything, they're all made to create like a vortex deal with windage. And when your mower deck is all clogged up, it can't create that windage vortex. And so you don't kick out the grass clippings like you should be. Okay, so just a little tidbit of information though. A little something for you to hang on to there. For those of you that are wondering, I am an arm wrestler. For those of you that don't know, so arm wrestling for Team South Dakota.